You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Ay, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many Glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
What up?
Oh, they plotting against me. What's up, y'all?
Sorry we're late, guys. Well, not really that late, but you know.
We was 2 minutes.
Yeah. I
Stop
mean,
that.
I told
Stop.
Soonie, I'm like, she's black, I'm Hispanic. That buys us like at least a cushion of like 5 to 10 minutes.
No, that buys us an entire hour and a half. I don't know what you mean
True.
by 5 to 10 minutes.
Well, in the entertainment world, you know, like maybe if we were going to a party, yeah, an hour, 2 hours tops. Okay. Minimum, actually.
I'm on my way. 3 hours later.
Oh man, we missed you guys. Glad everybody is here. Our favorites are here. I saw Big Booty Judy get here early, so we'll go ahead and top it off or kick it off with the Big Booty Judy song.
Big booty Judy. What? Big cutie, big booty Judy. Big booty, big cutie, big booty Judy. Stop. I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy.
All right.
Got thick booty Judy.
Thick Booty Judy.
Booty
Barbara the Nail Pusher. Hey, it's been a while since I've tuned in. Well, glad you're back. Glad you're back, Barbara.
Welcome back.
What up, Aaron? What up, Joey? This is going to be
I
Joey's.
see a lot of you motherfuckers in Discord, and I don't understand why.
You don't
Ain't
see
nothing
me
in there worth
Discord.
talking about. And y'all in Discord right now. And anybody who's watching, you can tell them in Discord and I'm talking shit about them. You'd rather be in Discord talking to a whole bunch of idiots than watching amazingly smart women break down what's going on in culture and politics. How crazy is that?
Wait, does Soonie sound like a chipmunk to anybody else, or is it just me?
I do not sound like no damn chipmunk.
Okay, now it sounds
You
fine,
what?
but like earlier it was like, I see a lot of y'all motherfuckers in Discord. That's what I was hearing. Okay,
Maybe that's your
Joey's-
end. It's
No, Joey.
I sound like a
Joey said-
chipmunk.
everybody's
What?
saying yes. It was you.
No way.
Yep, it was
Soonie
you.
sounds funny. Why do I sound funny?
I don't know,
Well,
but it sounds.
do I
it sounds
sound
good
normal now?
Yeah, it sounds good now.
Okay.
I just wanted to
Anyway.
announce that Joey Ruth, this is going to be he's got one more show after this, and then he is off to boot camp. So
Boot camp for what?
Joey, because he got accepted
military.
into the military. I think he's doing Army, him and his sister. So
Oh, the armpit of all the branches. Should have picked Air Force.
dang. Well, you know how it is. I'm
They're
not
going
saying
to the
anything about
armpit.
Joey's intelligence. I'm not commenting on, but we all know the ones that are very, very smart go to the Air Force. The ones that are very, very strong, hot, alpha go to the Marines.
First
And
of all,
everybody
Marines
else
are
goes to the-
that
well-
shit crazy. What?
Exactly. The gay ones go to the Navy. Just joking. I'm just joking.
No, they
Just
do. You're right.
joking.
You're so right.
Oh, man.
You didn't lie. What branch was Mr. Nasty Ass Robert Smith, Thirst Trap Robert Smith? He was in the Navy, right?
I think he was in the Navy. Yeah.
There you go. There's a reason they all
Very
congregate in one branch. Just saying. I don't
Yeah.
believe in no coinky dinks.
Some branches let others get away. with
Damn,
more.
I'm a reptilian. I have made it. I have been waiting to get this label attached to. Look, people used to call me Illuminati because of my family.
Oh.
I've been told that I'm a George Soros plant, that I'm solely here to just disrupt everything. And then I think this is the third one. I've made it. Reptilian.
You made it, Mama. I made it. I'm a reptile. Oh gosh,
Oh, she's talking weird
dude.
again. See?
No, they're talking about because it was doing the fast thing again. It
I
was
don't
doing the
know.
chipmunk. I don't know what's
I don't
going
know
on.
yet. Yeah, I just got to deal with it for now.
Anyways, guys, go ahead and hit that like button right now. Get the chat pumping. Since we're seeing some new names in here, go ahead and let us know what state you're watching from, what platform you're watching on, whether it's YouTube or Face. No, we don't have a Facebook on here. You would only be
No, it's just
watching
YouTube.
on YouTube. But if you're watching on my YouTube, Let's Talk Darling, somewhere in the middle, Sooni's YouTube. Either way, subscribe to the Somewhere in the Middle YouTube, even if you're subscribed to the others. And even though you can watch it from whatever, we need subscribers here. So we
Get
need
over
you to
here.
subscribe. Yes.
Get over
And
here.
thank you, Jacqueline. It's a wig. Mo's got a wig on today because we've got to protect, all these little natural hairs of hers. And I can't wash my hair right now, so it's got to be a wig. Anyways,
Why can't you wash your hair? What the hell?
because I am like trying not to put product in it, and even if I don't wash my hair, and I have to put product in it to like refresh it. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm doing this so that
Okay.
I don't have to put anything in my hair. Nada underneath here. It's all natural underneath. So
It's fake.
yeah, it is. It is. Well, no, this is somebody's hair. It just ain't mine. It's real hair. It's just not mine. Okay.
That is just not mine.
Yeah. It's just not my hair. That's funny. All right. Okay, guys. So we have a lot to talk about because, as you guys know, we were not here last week. So obviously, we missed a bunch of stuff, but it was a good thing because the news cycle was just whack the past couple of weeks, and
it was
it's
trash.
heating up. It's heating up now.
Trash. Can we start with the most pressing topic? I've been triggered since I woke up.
Wait, before you start, refresh your thing
Okay.
because something's going on with your audio. Matthew, why do women put someone else's hair on their head? I just explained. I am trying to recoup my hair from when it was blonde. So it has really been on the struggle bus.
Better?
So that's why I'm doing it. That's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Sooni's underwater.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It might just be the internet. We have a typhoon coming through, so
Damn, again.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. So here are the topics. Soonie wants to start with something, which she's going to tell us what she wants to start with. But let me just list off the topics so that we can make sure you guys stay for the whole show because it's going to be hot fire flames the entire show. So obviously we're going to talk about Speaker McCarthy getting ousted today. That is like the big headline news. We're going to talk about Trump heading into his second day, or he's finishing his second day of his New York fraud trial. Brittany Renner interview on Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp. You guys know that I have always been a defender of Brittany Renner. If you don't know who she is, we will explain to you, but she's basically an internet whore in Sooni's words. But I've always had like a little soft spot in my heart for her. But this interview was something else. So we're going to talk about that interview. We're going to put a little funny moment in there with Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. He had a very interesting hairstyle at his press conference interview. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Gavin Newsom appointing LaFonza Butler to fill Dianne Feinstein's seat. If you did not know, she did. Dianne Feinstein is dead.
She been dead.
She been dead, yeah. I have a cool little video. I guess you would say cool, but it's a funny little video of Vivek Ramaswamy and Barack Obama literally speaking the same exact words in their speeches, which would only mean that Vivek is stealing. He's plagiarizing Obama. And people have always been making this comparison between the two of them, that he's like a little mini Obama clone. This kind of, points us in that direction. Then I am happy to report, this is not confirmed, but I'll just say it fuels my fire every day, that a whistleblower has exposed some very interesting information in regards to Tafari Campbell, the Obama chef that mysteriously drowned riding his paddleboard in a pond in front of Martha's Vineyard. There's some interesting info that's coming out of that. Soonie and I watched the Carly Russell movie.
Unfortunately. Very unfortunate.
Okay, I'm not going to say that I recommend this movie, but I recommend this movie because y'all should learn a lesson, okay? Y'all need to learn a lesson that anything can make it on the TV, okay? If you have aspirations to be a director, go for it. And before you do, watch this movie, because nothing will stop you after you watch this movie.
Right. You will be inspired.
Yes, but we will give our Siskel and Ebert review on this movie.
You will be definitely educated, entertained. Let me stop lying. You will be none of the above. There was no education going on in that movie. I was just like, I cannot believe I spent $1.99 to watch this shit.
I got up at 5:30 in the morning to watch that shit.
No freaking way. You did, because I called you. Never mind.
Yeah, because you were like, I'm gonna watch it, but for you it was nighttime, and for me I was like, I might as well just go. It's only 49 minutes, y'all. It's only 49 minutes. It's a 49-minute movie.
That movie was off the chain, like legit off the chain.
I'm gonna personally recommend it just because I want to hear what other people have to say.
Guys, I think I'm gonna start doing this. This is for people who don't know this about me. I am the biggest fan of candles.
Look,
Okay?
Soonie, we're the same people. We put our candle.
I do. I am the biggest fan of candles. So we should do like candles of the week and
Yes.
recommend some
yours?
awesome candles. This one is Autumn Woods. It's got English lavender in it, dark walnut, and amber. I'm a big fan of lavender and sandalwood.
Okay. Mine is luminous apricot. It's got
It's like
apricot.
a citrusy smell, huh?
Kind of. It's like very gentle, very soft. Okay, we'll do. Maybe we'll get sponsored by a candle company,
Hopefully.
Maybe they'll want to make a Soonie and Mo scent.
I don't know. We might get kicked out of the stores ASAP.
What would our first candle be? The smell of truth. Like all of our candles. You have like
Truth.
a repeal the 19th candle.
Dude, that would be so fire if we could come out with like repeal the 19th candles. Come on. Liddell,
We should.
come
We
on.
should do it.
I got a whole listen. My brand is already set. Go ahead, just make the candles. We can make tats. He won't ever do it, but we can have hope.
What would
We
the
could have
repeal
hope.
the 19th candle smell like though? Men?
Sandalwood and amber.
Like masculine.
It would be like, yes, very masculine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Woodwood candles burn too fast. They burn entirely too fast. I got a woodwood candle for my birthday. And I don't burn them every day, but it's already gone.
Yeah. Whatever they put in Bath and Body Works candles, those candles burn the longest and smell the best. Like they smell when they burn. Like some candles only smell good when you buy them, and then you start to burn them and they don't smell like anything. Yeah.
Well,
Jacqueline wants us to get workout leggings.
yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the works behind the scenes. I know
would
a lot
like
of
that
people
too.
don't know, but been talking with Liddell. We're
Oh,
working on
really?
lots. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
really. It'll happen. I don't like putting plans out because people are haters and people like to steal your shit. So I've learned to just like be quiet, and then when it
Yeah.
happens, it happens.
Yeah, for sure. Mad Cow, thank you for the $20 super chat. He has subbed to your YouTube channel, which is amazing.
You might
That's
get
cool.
triggered, but watch it.
Might
Watch it.
He will. He will. He will.
Watch it. Do
Okay,
you
what did you want
know?
to start with? What did you want to? Oh, sorry. Do I know what?
Do you know that Candace and Daily Wire still have not come out and issued an apology to Steven Crowder? The conservative movement is relatively silent on this issue. I said I'm going to remind people every time I go live, and I remind people every time I go live. I haven't posted the video. I'm going to wait, and then I'll post it again. But just remember these small things. Candace has still not come out. Daily Wire has still not come out.
Yeah.
Steven Crowder has already been proven innocent. But I
And
digress.
she's talking about a lot of like senseless things, which I'm like, I know that Pearl has called you out on this. Like
For sure.
you are beating around the bush, woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get it together, Candace. Get it together.
Okay.
What up, Vanessa?
We have a question from TJ.
Okay.
He wants our opinion. Not sure if you've had this situation before, but what would y'all say to a guy that says, the thicker, the better?
That's a Mo question because I don't answer
Yeah.
questions like that.
Okay. So there's a difference between thick and fat or obese. Okay. So, number one, I would say, what do you mean by thick? Okay. Because I would consider myself thick. I'm a thick girl. I'm not a skinny girl. Like I'm curvy, but I don't have like a fat roly-poly stomach. All that other stuff. Like I have a good body for my body type. Okay. I would even consider Soonie thick in some places of her body because y'all look at her like when I first looked at her, I was like, oh, she's like this little petite thing. And then I saw Soonie stand up and I was like, dang. Yeah, Soonie's got a little bit of thickness below the waist. Okay. She may be slim and trim up here, but she's got like hips, curves. She's curvy at the bottom.
Yeah. Can't get
So
rid of that.
I think to each their own. I love a guy who appreciates a curved body, but I think health is important. So if you look unhealthy and disgusting, that's a no-no for me. But some guys like that.
The boss is here.
The boss
What's
is
up,
here.
Liddell? The
What's
boss
up,
is here. We
boss?
got to put on a good show because the boss is here.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get into what everyone is waiting for and what I've been waiting for since I woke up this morning to talk about. I briefly talked about it on my Instagram. Kevin McCarthy. All right. Kevin McCarthy has been ousted as the Speaker of the House. He's been replaced with Patrick McHenry, which is Kevin McCarthy's replica. All right. He doesn't disagree with a lot of what he's done, if anything at all. He feels like this entire thing is frivolous and you're wasting Americans' times. And he will be there until an election takes place. I don't understand why this happened, right? So what I did was I pulled up every news source imaginable because I wanted to get a direct quote from Matt Gaetz, who triggered this, by the way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He triggered this entire thing, by the way. And this is what was stated. Oh, damn. Don't you hate when you have something pulled up and you got it, but then when you go to pull it back up, it's not there?
Oh, yeah. That happens to me all the time.
Okay, so McCarthy has been in hot water because he promised he would not make deals with Democrats. Is everyone following me?
Mm-hmm.
He promised he wouldn't make deals with Democrats. He ended up making a deal for a budget legislation that just passed through probably about 4 days ago. This budget is not for the remainder of the year, but it is for 47 days to keep the government open from shutting down. Now, I don't know how many people actually took the time to read the legislation, but I did. Me and my husband read it. I actually sat in the bed all morning reading this, and we were kind of pushing back and forth on each other because we were confused as to why Matt Gaetz felt any sort of way outside of you said you weren't going to make deals with Democrats and you did.
Mm-hmm.
This bill actually slashes across the board, I think at least 30% of the funding for the FBI, for the CIA. There is law enforcement involved. It cuts funding for SNAP, food stamps, and a bunch of other government agencies that we already all disagree with and that we've asked for this Congress to slash.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know what else they also didn't do? They did not give a whole bunch of money to Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
So, wow, what a small win. Okay, small win, small win. It is a part of his plan, but it's going to smack him in the face, and I'm going to tell you why. They're upset because of this. Now, while I can understand, like, what the crap are you doing? You get to go back to the table and negotiate, Liddell. You said we need negotiators in Congress. I agree with you. We need negotiators in Washington, D.C. But what are they going to do when they go back and negotiate? You know what they're going to do? They're going to have a big ass pork bill with a bunch of crap in it. And we're all going to be bitching and moaning about what they push next. So here's the dilemma. Do you want a government shutdown, or do you want the government to stay open and people to get paid? Because we're not a fan of the government shutting down over here. The government shuts down, we don't get paid. Our lifestyles cease to exist.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it. Like, in my opinions, Americans are being very crybaby-ish. They're not taking the wins where they can take the wins. If they're cutting 30% across the board in all these agencies that you already complain about, then what is the problem?
Mm-hmm.
What is the problem? Now, the reason I said this is going to smack Matt Gaetz in the face is because he was depending on Hakeem Jeffries to help
That was
him.
who they voted. Yeah, that was who they wanted. The Democrats wanted in the first round.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So they make a deal, but he says, I'm not going to give you the votes that you need to save McCarthy, right? So he voted against it. I'm not giving you the votes that you need to save McCarthy. It is now the GOP's responsibility to end the House Republican Civil War. This is the comment that he made. So here's the thing that I'm looking at. Hakeem Jeffries was already poised to be the Speaker of the House. Nancy Pelosi is running for re-election. What Republican representative is going to be able to garner the votes to take the gavel and go?
Well, my understanding is they don't even have to be a member of Congress to be nominated for Speaker of the House. Hence why that guy from Texas said he was going to nominate Donald Trump.
This
So you can
sounds like
nominate.
a Q-tard conspiracy theory's dream come true.
It does, yeah. But that guy did. And then Republican Greg Stube from Florida said he would also back Trump for the speaker. But Trump has already said he's not interested in the job.
Absolutely. He's running for
Yes.
president.
I love what I think Jim Jordan would be great.
Jim Jordan.
Yeah.
I think he would be great too, but what matters in Congress is negotiations, deals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do nothing Congress. I don't think any American watching does. I want a Congress that's going to do things. So let's just say we get in the speaker that we want. And then for the rest of this year and the rest of the next 4 years, we have a do nothing Congress where the government shuts down. It opens, it shuts down. It opens because people can't come to any agreement on anything because most of these representatives are going in there with their own agendas. So what do we want? If we really want the government to work like it does, then we should do things strategically. We should be meticulous about what we're doing. All you did was remove McCarthy just to replace him with someone else who's going to continue deals on his behalf. This makes no sense.
Right.
Patrick McHenry is going to continue deals on his behalf. He's going to continue making deals with the Democrats. What matters is you have somebody who is going to be able to garner enough votes to win the gavel. If not, you're stuck with Hakeem Jeffries. You're stuck with Nancy Pelosi. She's running for re-election. She already came out and said it.
Yeah.
Am I thinking too much?
It's interesting because she actually came out and said that well before this happened, which I'm like, what makes you think you could run again? Which I thought that's all interesting, right? Now, I was wondering when they're going to do this, like how long this guy, Patrick McHenry, is going to be in the interim while they make the decision. So it says here, the GOP conference will have a candidate forum next Tuesday to select their pick for the role.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see the picks that come up here. It will be interesting. I personally am not thinking if we nominate Trump for this, you guys, we're not taking this seriously.
I agree. Listen,
Yeah.
this is showing who can lead and who cannot. This is
Mhm.
showing who can negotiate and who can't. Now it is
Mhm.
up to the people because this is a local vote at the end of the day. You send those people there. You can remove them and put somebody in place that you think can actually do something. But
Yeah.
celebrating this as a win and being like, Kevin McCarthy's gone. No, he's not. Kevin McCarthy just does not have the title of Speaker of the House anymore. He's still going to be making deals. He's still going to be influencing Patrick McHenry. You didn't win anything. Matt
Mhm.
Gaetz just acted like a spoiled brat because at the end of the day, Matt Gaetz, you made deals with Democrats to even make this thing happen. You guys needed 11 votes.
Mhm.
11 votes, and you got 11 Democrats to hop on board with you. And also, Democrats are in agreement with everything you did. So, do you think the constituents that this is going to go, this favor is going to go unreturned?
Yeah. Mhm.
Come on
I
now.
agree. I agree. Yeah, like I said to you earlier, I just find this also interesting how quickly and swiftly this happened with Kevin McCarthy. And we had all the time and the power to do it when Trump was in office, and we couldn't get Nancy out of her seat.
Mhm.
So why we couldn't unify on that when we had all the leverage to do so is interesting to me. Very interesting.
I'm, I'm just saying.
And once
Who's
again, this is why local elections matter, by the way, because now these are the people that are going to be,
absolutely?
yeah.
Who is this dude?
The duo isn't working. I don't know who this guy is.
Huh.
It doesn't matter.
The government can say we can go into it, but we'll lose home base. That makes no sense. Just think about what I've said. You guys can go do the research yourself. You can go look at the actual bill. You can go see what Matt Gaetz was mad about, other than you said you weren't going to make a deal. You made a deal. You're in fucking Washington, Matt Gaetz. You make deals with the opposing side. That's how you move the country forward, is it not? How
Right.
can we move forward if none of us are willing to reach across the aisle and make deals? There is no such thing as a solution. There is a such thing as a trade-off. That's just the name of the game. Why did you get in
Mhm.
office if you weren't going to make deals?
Yeah.
This country is made up of Republicans, Democrats, independents, libertarians, the Green Party, like conservatives. It's made up of a bunch of people. If we want a dictatorship or a authoritarian nation, to come out and say you want that. Just come out and say it. Stop talking about the republic. Stop talking about the Constitution, democracy,
Mhm.
whatever you keep talking about. Stop talking about it and
Yeah.
just come out and say, we want the right to control everything, just like the left wants to control everything.
Yeah.
That's all I
I
got on the
agree.
subject. This just triggered me because it's stupid. It's dumb.
It is dumb. And I think it's so like disingenuous of people because, like I said to you earlier, I'm like, wasn't everybody like on the McCarthy train? And then all of a sudden now they're like, yeah, this is a win. We got him out. I was like, wait a minute. When did you guys not like him? Because I could have sworn everybody liked this dude. I never liked him from the beginning. I didn't like that he got elected Speaker of the House to begin with. I didn't trust how all that went down to begin with. It was shady from the jump for me.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, apparently we love to win so much. We'll take whatever we can get.
It's called negotiating.
Yeah.
No plan at all. I wanted to get that out of the way because I know a lot of people are speaking on this. You got a lot of content creators coming out with content. You got a lot of people using this for some sort of sensationalism. Where we can get somebody better in office. Who?
Hmm.
Who?
We
Give me
haven't
10
done it.
names right now. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Crickets. Liddell says Byron Donaldson. What do you think about that for speaker?
I mean, a lot of people like him, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
He said a few things, a few cool things on Fox News. He got his little flash in the pan 15 minutes of fame, but
Mm-hmm.
no different than McHenry. We looked into his voting record. I looked all over his Twitter and I
Mm-hmm.
actually pulled a tweet of him agreeing with everything McCarthy said. So what are you celebrating? McCarthy's
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah. I mean, can you pull up, the voting record that I sent to you that has like the easy one to read that kind of shows his voting record? Pull it up so people can see it for
Um,
themselves. I sent it to you on WhatsApp earlier.
you sent me two different ones.
Yeah,
Which
I think
one
it
was
was the second. I think it was the second one. that I
Okay.
sent to you.
Okay. Here we
Vivek for
go.
speaker. I don't think so.
So it says that his voting record favors the wealthy, doesn't favor the middle class, It narrows civil rights, which I don't really care because I don't believe civil rights means anything in the grand scheme of things. But these are his votes. 92% of the time he's for taxing the middle class. 97% of the time he's for government spending. He supports big business. Foreign policy, I have to get into that because that's pretty interesting. Domestic surveillance, foreign and humanitarian aid, 33% of the time. I think that's a fair number. 24% of the time, LGBTQ rights. Automatically, that's just a no for me. He voted on an amendment to VAVW to remove protection for Native Americans and LGBTQ individuals. I can agree with that. Amendment to prohibit federal funding law enforcement agencies that engage in demographic profiling in violation of the DOJ guidance. I don't really understand that one or how it has anything to do with LGBTQ rights. He voted on an amendment. He voted nay on the amendment to prohibit federal contractors from discriminating on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. He also voted nay on the Equality Act, a broad bill to prohibit discrimination based on sex orientation or gender identity. So if you guys are bored and you want to look at any one of these candidates, you should just go to this, what does it say? Politics.work.com, and you could find anyone's voting record.
Yeah.
Mo actually found this.
It's pretty easy. Just Google whatever politician's voting record you're looking for.
I'll be right back.
No problem. Vanessa, we're going to be talking about that. I actually had that on the agenda today, so we'll bring that up a little bit later towards the end of the show. Okay, so since we're on the subject of politics, and I know Soonie hasn't been paying much attention to this, so I'll go ahead and start this one without her. If you guys didn't know, the New York Attorney General had filed a lawsuit accusing the former president, President Trump, of inflating the value of his assets. She's seeking a $250 million penalty and other punishments. So that's what he's on trial for right now in New York. He's actually at the trial. He's attending the trial. He felt that it was necessary for him to be there because he said it's just become tyrannical. I mean, hello, what hasn't become tyrannical? So anyways, he is in New York facing a threat to his business empire that informed his public persona and undergirded his run for the White House. On Tuesday, the second day of the trial, the judge in the case barred Mr. Trump from commenting on court staff after the former president posted on social media disparaging the judge's law clerk. So basically, she's put a gag order on President Trump. The trial stems from a lawsuit brought last year by New York's Attorney General, as I said, Letitia James, against Mr. Trump and other defendants, including 2 of his adult sons and his companies. It accused them of fraudulently inflating the value of their assets to obtain favorable loans and insurance deals. The judge in the trial, Arthur F. Engoron, has already found that Mr. Trump and other defendants were liable for fraud and that the annual financial statements on which they listed their assets were filled with examples of such misconduct. The trial will determine whether Mr. Trump will pay a significant penalty as well as any other punishments. Ms. James has asked that he pay $250 million and that his sons be permanently barred from running a business in New York. Mr. Trump has denied all wrongdoings and has accused Ms. James, who is a Democrat, of being politically motivated. So far in the trial, as I said, the judge ordered Trump not to attack or ever comment on members of the judge's staff on social media. And that was in response to what he had posted. Personal attacks on members of the court are unacceptable, she said, and inappropriate, and she will not tolerate them under any circumstances. The judge also clarified that his statement forbade any post, emails, or public remarks about members of his staff. So he basically can't do what he does. So they did call their first witness in this case, and that was Donald Bender, who was Mr. Trump's former accountant. And he said Tuesday morning, as the attorney general methodically introduced into evidence years of the former president Trump's annual financial statements, Mr. Bender testified that Trump's organization responsibility was to ensure that the statements were in line with generally accepted accounting principles, which they sometimes would not follow. The questioning drew consistent objections by Mr. Trump's attorney, who argued that most of the attorney general's case is beyond the statute of limitations. So that's the important part here, is because so far it's looking like most of this stuff is going to be thrown out based on statute of limitations. So, just as Trump had kind of said in the beginning, this is a big witch hunt, just as everything has been in regards to Trump, whether it be these trials or the impeachment. But there's been one objection after another. This isn't, I don't think this is being live streamed anywhere, but they are definitely showing clips from the court of certain things that are going on there. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where we're at. So we're going to be heading into day 3. Looks like his attorney, Jesus Suarez, tried to shift responsibility for statements onto Mr. Bender, who was that witness, and his former accounting firm, which I kind of agree with, right? Because you can't really put that on Trump. I mean, if they had an accounting firm that was doing all their accounting, it was their responsibility to make sure that things were done the way they needed to be done. So why Trump is on trial for that, I don't know. But anyways, we'll keep you guys posted, or I'll keep you guys posted on anything interesting that comes out of that situation. I tried to get through the Trump stuff while you were out because I know you love talking about
Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trump.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you want to see something funny since we got all of our
Yeah. Let's
more
break it.
serious
Let's break it out with
topics out of the
something
way?
funny.
Should I do this? I'm gonna do it. I don't care. You're talking about Trump. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
Trump.
there's no limits.
Let's just do it. How many of you know who Sexy Red is?
I know of her because I've been seeing her all over my timeline thanks to you.
First of all, don't be blaming me. I didn't put her on your timeline.
You did.
Did I? I did?
Yes, because you send me stuff to look at that's ratchet, and then I start I'm even seeing wig ads from Sexy Red. Okay, nobody's interested in that nasty.
How do
red
you see
wig
that stuff? How do you see it? That's crazy.
because I wear wigs, so it's gonna obviously show me stuff. Yeah.
So Google's listening to your conversation. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. AI is just everywhere. So Soonie, I sent you. Okay, I'll look at his response. Thank you, Julius. We can go back to that. But oh shoot, look at my feet. On my feet.
Where?
I was trying to prove to Mo that I don't get ashy after a shower because they didn't believe me.
Oh,
so I was like, look, here's my face, here's my hands, here's my legs. Okay, there's not ashy, and I'm drying off completely. Anyways, Sexy Red reveals that she likes Trump, right? And I'm starting to see people post this. And the fact that they're posting it is bothering me, but I want you guys to hear why she likes Trump.
Do you think more people are going to support Trump now in the hood or no?
Yeah, they support him in the hood. Because at first, I don't think people was fucking with him. They thought he was racist, saying little shit, and, against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, that a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Because, baby, them checks. Oh, yes. Stimulus checks, Trump, we miss you.
That's like Whoa Vicky. She's always talking about Trump. You see her ever?
I like Trump. No, I ain't never seen Whoa Vicky.
She's funny.
I love Trump, though. He funny to me. I used to watch his not interviews, him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
Yeah.
He just bold.
Wow.
He funny. We need people like him.
Well,
now.
Hey, she ain't wrong.
She's not wrong.
No,
but
and
why,
you know what?
But why put her on a platform when you know the shit she raps about? You know what conservative young people are gonna do now that already don't know her? Sexy Red. You know what they're gonna hear? My coochie pink, my booty hole blue. I mean brown, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Why even put her on a pedestal? Why even give a shit that she likes Trump? Why do we care?
Well, you know what's interesting is, first of all, I have to say this before I forget my thought.
Okay.
Even Sexy Red knows that Trump gave out those checks, y'all. Okay, y'all should be ashamed of yourself, blaming it on the Democrats. Even Sexy Red knows those
That was
stimulus
definitely
checks
Trump.
went out for Trump because a lot of people are like, "Oh, Biden sent out this." No, no, no. It was Trump that
It
started
was
that.
Trump.
Okay. Second of all, this is interesting because Bryson was doing a live like 2 weeks ago, right? And of course, he was, somebody was asking him about, why don't you support Trump? Like, how can you do that? Blah, 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 blah. And even Bryson said, listen, when I hear people in the hood talking about Trump, I'm all for it. Okay. Because if it can get somebody on that side who was like ratchet voting Democrat, even to talk about Trump, who Bryson is like, I wouldn't vote for Trump just
Yeah.
based on like moral standpoint. But he's like, if it gets people in the hood talking a little bit more sensibly about politics and who they're going to vote for, then I'm all for it. So that being said, if Sexy Red can reach people in places that our people won't go, then
Mhm.
I can't hate on her for it.
I'm pushing back on that.
You know what I mean? You're really going to push back on that? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
because
ahead.
that's hypocritical. It doesn't matter that she can reach them. The hood is not watching. Um, the hood is probably watching me. The hood probably watches our show for sure
Uh-huh.
because we have a
Uh-huh.
ratchet element to it. I talk about this stuff all the time. The hood is not watching Candace. The hood is not watching.
What up, hood?
Um, the hood is not watching this conservative realm of where it's being shared. Where it needs to be shared is at the Breakfast Club. Where it needs to be shared is at the Higher Learning, the Shade Room. Those places it should be shared. But this
Yeah.
side looks hypocritical because Ben Shapiro literally just went viral 1,000 times over for talking about her whack ass song. And people were like, oh my God, she's disgusting. Listen to this music. I can't believe it. But now it's like, oh, look, she likes Trump. Why do we care? So what? The hood is going to rock with Trump regardless of whether she comes out and says it or not. Because, like you said last time, we called
Uh-huh.
Candace out for this. The hood
Uh-huh.
has already been fucking with Trump. They
Uh-huh.
woke up when them stimulus checks stopped coming, when they had to pay back them PPP loans or whatever the hell they was taking out.
Yeah.
They woke up when them gas prices hit the sky high roof.
Yeah.
They woke up. So
Well,
how
okay.
how is this helping?
Well, because I think it helps like the younger demographic in the hood. I think like our demographic in the hood, yeah, they're probably like waking up or they've been woken up, right? Like they've been knowing about Trump. But and I say this as a mother of 20-year-olds, like a lot of them don't pay attention. But if people like Sexy Red, who I had no idea, I've never heard a Sexy Red song, I don't know anything about her, starts talking about Trump, it might make them think, you know what I mean? So she might be hitting a level, an age group that maybe it wasn't being hit before.
Hell no.
I'm just gonna listen. You've been trying to get me to like these hood.
No, first of all, I ain't never tried to get you to like Sexy Red because I don't even listen to that bitch. I don't listen to her music because her music is garbage. It's garbage. No, you
Yeah.
can't have someone spreading a whole lot of negativity and then when they sprinkle a little good, well, she should be talking to the youth. No, she shouldn't. She should have no access to the youth. She should
She
have no
already has
access
it.
to anything.
But she
She
already
already
has it.
has it, but we condemn her for having that. So why boost her up even more and give her a platform because she said something you like about a candidate that you support? That
Well,
makes no sense to me.
I don't know who the guy is that she, was talking to. Now, if the Breakfast Club has her on and they start talking to her about it, that's them putting her, in my mind, on a platform. But like Vanessa brought up Cardi B, like when the left was using her, right? I was saying when that was happening, I was like, this is where Republicans go wrong because like we should be using people on that
Mm,
side, bringing them just like the Democrats do because they're going to do it anyways,
mm.
and we have to reach who we can reach. And yeah, they may not get there like in the pieces that we want them to get there at, but little by little, you know what I mean? I think at this point, we kind of got to like take what we can get. Now, when we
Fuck
get their
no.
attention, we can have some people on our side, like the people you mentioned, only pointing out the negative shit about the Black community. Like, when we get them over here, we need to show that that's not everything we're going to highlight. We're not going to highlight the ratchet Black single mother, the one with the long nails shaking her booty. Like, if we are going to go this far, these lengths, then fine, let's go these lengths. And then when we get their attention, let's show them what this is about. That's what I'm saying.
This is like having a tranny speak a message for the right. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. No, you're inviting a certain element in and then expecting them to conform to you. They're going to conform us because people are weak. They're weak, bro.
Not all people.
Listen,
Julius, who you disagree with? You disagree with me? Of course you do.
Who do you disagree with, Julius?
I'm just gonna have a different thought on this altogether. And I don't like I said, I don't know anything about Sexy Red. Everything I see about her is ratchet as hell. But what she said in that interview, I heard no lies.
Oh, well, we got to hear why Julius disagrees. I disagree with Mo.
Is anybody surprised? Nobody's surprised.
Nobody's surprised. Duh.
Of course you disagree with Mo.
We should revisit this during election, right? Let's revisit this. And I'm serious. Let's revisit a lot of our conversations during election season and let's compare the numbers. Let's see if Sexy Red saying certain things actually had an impact. Let's see if a lot of these ratchet, because now everybody's sharing the baby. The baby fucks with Trump. He likes Trump. He just said it on the interview not too long ago. Watch, conservatives are going to pick that up and share the shit out of it, even though he raps about murdering and killing Black people all day, every day, and disrespecting women by calling them thoughts and whores. Watch. But I want to compare the numbers to see if support increased or if support stayed the same, or if we even see historical increases.
All the people in the hood have the same reason for supporting Trump, the checks. Listen, I ain't even in the hood and I'm supporting Trump for the checks. I want my bills to go down, okay? I'm not asking for free money, but for God's sakes, like, lower the gas prices, lower the cost of groceries. In a sense, I'm supporting Trump for the same shit.
Gosh. Guys, before we move on from the subject, Kevin McCarthy came out with a statement on, Matt Gaetz and his temper tantrum. Matt Gaetz is doing a temper tantrum. I don't like McCarthy. I've never supported McCarthy. But when people make points that are valid, we should listen.
Not a conservative. Look, you all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal. It had nothing to do about spending. It had nothing to do about everything he accused somebody of. He was doing. It all was about getting attention from you. I mean, we're getting email fundraisers from him as he's doing it. Join in quickly. That's not governing. That's not becoming of a member. Regardless of what you think, I've seen the text. It was all about his ethics, but that's all right.
So, like I said, he threw a fucking temper tantrum because Kevin McCarthy didn't keep his deal of not working with Democrats, but then Matt Gaetz turned around and worked with Democrats. You're both rhinos. Weren't you just in hot water for talking to an underage girl that everybody just ceased to talk about? Nobody's even talking about the fact that he's been accused of that, but we're all hopping on board. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Please.
Come on, bro.
Kevin McCarthy ain't lost his position. He just no longer has the title. He's got somebody in there until election season.
Period.
Come on.
Period. All right. So, since Julius want to come after me.
Uh-oh.
Since Julius want to come after me. Did you say Julius posted something about this emergency alert system?
He did.
He posted some fear porn. just so y'all know, okay, and we love Julius because Julius is part of the family, but just so y'all know, just because Julius says he disagrees with me doesn't mean we have to listen to Julius, okay? So Julius posted today, the purpose of the October 4 test is to ensure that the systems continue to be effective means of warning the public about emergencies.
Can you show what you're reading? Or you?
Oh,
can you not?
yeah.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
Facts, Auntie Red. Weak ass Republican.
Okay, so it's this is from Anomaly. The purpose, but Julius reposted it. And he said FEMA, #October, #the 4th, warn the public, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, means the warning of the public about emergencies, particularly those on the national level, according to the statement from FEMA. Okay. So I don't know what else Julius said about this, if he said that there was a reason to be scared about it or what. Okay. But listen, I just want to fear porn. Oh yeah, we can't say porn. Oops, porn.
Oops.
Anyways, just to remind y'all, do you guys remember like when the election, when Trump was gonna, they were gonna announce who won the election, and they were like, oh, there's gonna be like a shutdown, an emergency broadcast, blah blah blah. Okay, well that came and went and nothing happened. Well, FYI, the last time they did this, in case y'all missed it, maybe somebody didn't tell you to be scared of it happening, where was it at? So they're going to be doing it Wednesday, which is tomorrow at 2:20 p.m. People are talking about we need to shut down our phones, blah, blah, blah. The last test, the last time they did this was August 2021. Okay. They've been doing it for more than a decade. Okay. So we wanted to bring this up because you guys stop listening to X22. I'm sure X22 is telling you something is going to happen when this all goes down. And then people are going to be correlating Dianne Feinstein's death with the speaker's ousting, Trump's trial. Like everything's all going to be connected somehow and looped into this FEMA disaster, whatever emergency alert. But just from looking at the facts, it looks like it's going to be nothing. So Trump indicted for buying a hot dog at a hot dog stand. Ooh, those are probably bomb ass hot dogs.
People acting like it's Y2K. Thank you, brother. Like, come on.
Yes.
The fact that people are even posting about this event is a distraction. You talk about this, oh, it's just a distraction. You talking about it as a distraction. Nobody would know if most of us influencers did not put it in front of people. Because let's be real, how many people go on NBC or MSNBC to get their news? Crickets. Not many people will go to those websites and read. You guys, most of you, wait for one of us to go live, have a conversation about it, and then maybe you'll go read the article. But if you get an alert, we used to get alerts every week when I was growing up as a kid. The big blue screen with the yellow letters would come across. This is a test. It would come on. Nobody was tripping out because they do national alerts all the time. Don't you want them to have a national alert in case some shit goes down?
Y'all
are here to hate us.
Y'all would have freaked out because back in my day, I don't think this happens anymore, but back in my day, I think like at 11:30 midnight, the TV just used to go black and it would just be like, beep.
Yeah.
Like, and there'd be no more TV programming.
On.
Yeah. Then y'all would have been like, it's the end of the world. Yeah. That's how you
It was like that for me.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yeah. That's how I would fall asleep on the couch and wake up to that and be like, oh, it's time to go upstairs. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen,
Linda. Nothing to be scared about. Okay, why don't you bring up the Jimmy, because you did a funny post on the Jimmy Butler hair situation.
Do you have the clip? Because it's on my page if you want to pull it up.
Yeah.
Pull it up. So Jimmy Butler did a very queer thing. I don't know if his eyebrow piercing is weird, but I said, what in the emo Joe Budden are you in that mood yet is going on here? Because you look like a tranny, bro. You look like a man who's transitioning, or maybe you're Dennis Rodman. I don't know. You got the Dennis Rodman vibes going on. I don't know what the hell you doing, but people keep saying, "Oh, Soonie, have a humor. It's a joke." What are you talking about? What is funny about that?
Dude, I thought it was a joke just because of the hairstyle. And the way he like came, this one doesn't show him like walking on the stage, but he looks so funny like when he was walking on the stage. I can't take this serious. I just can't. All right, let's see. Soonie says, "What the?" Insert Jesse Lee Peterson in your head.
Jimmy, last year you came out with the braids, man. What's this? I had dreads last year. Yeah, the dreads. What's this? Yeah. This is my emotional state. My mom was my emotions. So this is what you get. Yeah.
What in the emo Joe Budden are you in that mood yet is going on here? Jimmy Butler, you look like a whole female. Are you going to come out as transgender next, or are you the next Dennis Rodman? I just need to know, because this is a bit disturbing, bro. You got the whole emo look going on. You got your hair blown out. Just help me help you, help all of us understand what the hell's going on here.
First of all, okay, you said it correctly, a whole female, because here's my thing. Like, this is okay for girls to do. You know, like Mo changes up her hair when she feels like a different sort of way. That's what girls do because we're emotionally unstable. Okay.
Yes.
This would be okay if you were like Kanye West or some type of like artiste. Okay. But you're a basketball player. Okay. You're not Prince. You're not Prince. Okay. You don't get to just like take a hot comb to your shit and like and come up here all moody. We want to see you, play ball. We want to hear about your game, and that's the end of it. I don't want to hear about how you pressed your shit out, what type of hair products you're using. First of all, you look like you have makeup on, kind of. Like, his face looks a little feminine to me.
It's the hair. It's the hair. He said he looked like Bruce Leroy. If you've ever seen The Last Dragon, bro.
Man, the Black Karen. Julia said Black Karen. That's funny.
Bro.
Maybe he was trolling. I don't know.
Trolling how? That is not a troll. You listen, people are saying that this is a troll. I'm gonna hurt your feels real quick. I was expecting Jimmy to say game blouses.
Yeah, for the Dave Chappelle skit where he's playing with Prince and he's like, game blouses. That shit is
all right.
Oh Lord.
All right. This is also being framed as trolling. Is this trolling to you? I'm gonna play the video, but first I wanted to show the steal. Is this trolling to you, Mo? Real shit.
Okay. Are you gonna play the video where I got? Oh, okay.
This is taking forever. I'm so tired of conservatives, bro. It ain't even funny. It's not funny how it's just done. I'm gonna tell myself, transparent moment. I even got annoyed the other day when I saw Julius live. And they were on there just pretending to be drunk. Huge. And they had a young guy who's on there who's just mocking Trump. And I was like, bro, you guys are fucking cringe. Why is this what you do with your pastime? It's been killing me. But check this out.
Right now, but I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States. And I will yield. That look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. This looks like more evidence of our national secrets, say on the stage at Mar-a-Lago.
Okay, so I'm Congresswoman Shanae. And I'm gonna tell you right now, the president love his son. Okay, See, the president, and he love corn pop too. He used to be in the streets with corn pop. Okay, Joe Biden, he support government cheese, and y'all want to talk about you? Look at these documents. Look at this. Okay, yeah. It looked like they was in the shitter to me. So let's get something straight. Okay. Leave Joe Biden alone. All right. Cause we don't play that over here. So they need to stop bringing up his name. Okay. Thank you. This is how us Democrats roll. We straight up ghetto. I'm gonna get canceled.
Yeah, you should be, because that wasn't funny.
I
It wasn't funny,
Julius. That
bro.
was kind of cringe.
It is cringe. Ghetto, bitch. You look ghetto sitting there putting this shit on. As a full grown man, you look ghetto, you look ratchet, you actually look a little homo. We had already suspected you look gay, because I ain't seen you with no female yet.
Did we suspect? I didn't know.
I did. Shit. Maybe not you. I said we, but I'm talking about the population. We already think you a little sweet, and you gonna put on a whole dress wig and some pearls to copy what she's doing to make what point? We already know she looks ridiculous. That's why she went viral.
Yeah. I mean, he could have just done like a reaction video as himself. It was a little weird with the wig and the extraness of it all. But Terrence, your pancakes are good. I'll give you that. Your pancakes are good.
I ain't never had them. I don't
They're
even like
pretty good.
pancakes. He made me not like pancakes even more.
They kind of taste like crusties.
So I squinted my eyes and clenched my teeth the entire time.
Yeah, kind of.
Hold on, guys.
Yeah.
I have to say a prayer with my husband. I'll be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to set up for. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna go there. I wanted to show you guys the full video of Jimmy Butler walking onto the stage because I was just like laughing when I saw this. So we'll play that while Soonie's gone.
Yeah, laugh it up.
He said, yeah, laugh it up.
Questions?
And he got his nails painted.
No,
Fucking queer.
Jimmy, last year you came out with the braids, man. What's this?
I had dreads last year.
Yeah, the dreads.
What's this?
Yeah.
This is my emotional state. I'm one with my emotions. So this is what you get.
Weird. Anyways, I just thought I'd play that.
He is weird.
Oh, you're back. I didn't even see you come back. I didn't even see you slide back. All right, let's talk about Brittany Renner. Let's talk about Brittany Renner.
Why?
Okay, so I have two clips from this Brittany Renner interview, which I watched the entire thing.
You got that?
It was fascinating. It was fascinating. Okay, it was fascinating to me, this interview. For some reason, I am fascinated by Brittany Renner. Don't get it twisted. I'm not impressed by her. I don't think that she's a smart girl. I don't think that she's a girl that any women should follow. But what I do find fascinating about her is she is very, very honest about everything. Like, she doesn't care how she looks. And why I think that's important, and I think that's probably why Coach Prime had her speak to his football team when he was at Jackson State. Why I think that's important is because it's hard to find somebody who is so transparent about everything they do. Now, you can see up here, she is saying that she's had sex with 35 guys. I'm going to play this whole thing. And this is a video with Warren Sapp commenting on it. But this was quite shocking because I believe Brittany said she's like 31 or 32. Okay, so obviously she's had sex with more than one guy a year, which, to be honest with you, in this day and age, I don't think is a big shock to a lot of women her age or younger. Okay, I know girls that have, I don't know girls personally, but I've heard of girls that have sex with different guys all the time. Okay. So again, people are shocked by her saying this, but I don't think she's that different from a lot of girls these days. So let's play this first clip and we'll get Soonie's reaction, even though she's seen this.
35 guys. Okay.
How old is she?
Probably maybe 30. And
I was
I
about to
gotta
say the
confess,
number.
and I've talked
I was
about.
about to say the number got to be older than she's age, and we didn't start at one.
Nah, I don't think
so
that.
This ain't even one a year.
I don't think that.
You know, I'm gonna lay mine on tape. I was 17. It was September the 11th after I scored 2 touchdowns on September the 10th. You know, I think I can say this out loud. DD Blue called me and said, "Mr. Touchdown Man, I had me 2 touchdowns tonight. You come by check me tomorrow at noon." So I was 17. So we're saying 17 to 31. That's 14 years. If it was 2 a year, Whitlock, that's 28. And I think most women that consider themselves, you know, take home to mother material, at least will make you put in 90 days, same as cash in a relationship before, you know, they get to that.
He said 90 days, same as cash. What do you think about this, Soonie?
I want you to get to the part where she openly admits to having UTIs because she had sex with 3 different men in 24 hours.
Okay, so let's play that second clip as well.
Actually recall it, pinpoint it perfect for you. There was a video that I did in my car where I was talking about how I had sex with, was it 3 men in a day?
Yes.
And then I ended up getting a yeast infection.
Yes.
I came out pretty unscathed for just a yeast infection, but as I got older, I wanted one.
But
Did
you
I think about the ramifications
Yes.
of telling people that I had sex with multiple men? Yes, I don't care. It's the truth. If you don't see me as a potential dating person, then great.
Nobody's gonna see you as a potential nothing now.
Hold on, hold on. Let's let her finish. Then you can go off. Hold on.
And I'm gonna continue to live my truth. Actually, recall it.
That was the end of it.
I'm gonna
Okay,
continue
go
to
ahead.
live my truth. Ain't no such thing as my truth. You're a whore. People should treat you as a whore. This is once again, black people are so fucking disgusting. Why are you giving this bitch a platform? Why? All she's doing is making women feel comfortable being disgusting, nasty, dirty whores. Bitch, you're nasty. 3 guys in one day? I got a yeast infection. I think I came out unscathed. With your fake ass wig on, it ain't even your hair. Deion Sanders is a weirdo for even letting her have access to young boys. What the hell is wrong? What is wrong with us, bro? Seriously. What is wrong with us?
I agree with you that all of that is like disgusting. I totally agree with you. But I think what you're a little bit naive to is that this is the type of girl guys are dealing with now. And it's funny because to hear Warren Sapp and what's the other guy's name? Jason Whitlock talk about this, like, oh, most women who consider themselves take home wifey material are going to give you 90 days, same as cash, meaning like you got to wait 90 days. You guys have been out of the game for a long time. Ain't no girl hardly making a guy wait 90 days.
I disagree with
They're
that.
hardly making them wait 90 minutes. Okay.
I disagree with that.
You
That's
do?
what's being
You think?
put- yes, that you call me naive. I'm not naive for not wanting this to have a platform. There are women who are just like me who stayed faithful to one man and kept their hoo-has private.
Mhm.
We are not unicorns out here. I'm sorry to break it to you. There's plenty of women who make men wait.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't want those women. In fact, they look at those women sideways and say, "Who are you to make me wait?"
Right?
It's mine. That's who I am to make you wait. And if I so choose to give it to you, it's because I chose to do so. No
Right.
woman is entitled to give a man sex. You're not. But because of bitches like Brittany Renner, oh, it's cool. Okay, I had sex with 3 different men in 24 hours. So what? It's my truth. I'm expressing myself. People can like it or not like it. No, we need to bully hoes like this.
Well,
You need
and
to
in a-
not feel comfortable in society.
So in a way, I think putting her on these shows and her talking the way she does, that she has like zero apology for all these things that she's done, is in a way she's shaming herself, right? Because what it does for me is when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. This is incredibly sad because the other part of the interview was her talking about how she really wants to find love. She really wants to find that guy that's not going to care about all the stuff that she did, and he's just going to love her. And she really thinks that that guy is out there. What's sad, you and I know that that's probably not going to happen. And even Shannon Sharp told her, let's be honest, there's a certain type of guy that likes a girl like you, okay? And they're not interested in you now wanting to keep all that stuff sacred, right? So in a way, she's making herself look bad on her own, but I'm hoping that girls see this and go, oh my God, if I go and have sex with 35 guys or more, or if I laugh off a yeast infection, guys aren't looking at it the way she's looking at it, like, ha ha ha. They're looking at it like, holy shit, this is disgusting. This is never going to be a take home to mom type of girl. She's always going to be for the streets. So that's why I am all for her being as open as she is, because it's very sad and it should be a lesson to girls that this is not what you want to strive for.
But it's not that, nor are they showcasing it as that. They're
Oh,
showcasing it
Shannon
as
did.
I need views.
No, I think
What
Shannon
young
did, 'cause
girls are
he-
watching Shannon? Like, let's keep it a stack. What young women are watching Shannon Sharp?
they're not, but they're watching Brittany Renner. You see what I'm saying? And so what they did when they watched that interview is they heard what Shannon said to her. And Shannon
I
told her
haven't
the
even
truth.
seen it.
I thought
Because
you watched
the entire interview. Young
Yeah.
people do not watch entire interviews. So you're making my point even more. They don't get
Mm.
to see what Shannon said because they don't give a fuck what Shannon said. They don't
Mm.
care. They see the clips and they're like, wow.
So
And there's
who are young people listening to? Are they listening to the ones that tell them to keep it till marriage?
they're listening to people who make the message fascinating in 60 seconds.
And who are those people that not only make the message fascinating but make it the right message?
There's
That's
plenty
talking
of
about
them.
who?
There's
Name them
Bryson,
right now.
there's me, there's a bunch of conservative influencers. There's even some left-leaning influencers. If you look on The Breakfast Club, they have snippets of Jess Hilarious. She's come out and used her platform to call things out. There's plenty of people doing it. There is. But to pretend like this message, Shannon Sharp's message, is actually going to reach the masses and they're going to somehow just click the light on and not think what she's saying is cool, I personally think that's naive. We live in 2023. Nobody cares about watching an entire interview. They want instant gratification. Period.
I am going to disagree. I'm going to disagree. I think it was fascinating. I thought it was fascinating. And I watched the entire interview and I thought it was fascinating.
Why is listening to a horror story fascinating?
Because I'm looking at it not from a standpoint of like, I'm looking at it not from a standpoint of judging or saying, oh, that's not what I would do. I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, oh my gosh, she is being really honest. Like, I would never talk about the things that I did in my past. Like, I would and I haven't done half the things that she's done, right? But like, I would never openly talk about the things that I've done in my past. But she has a platform and there are young girls watching her. And they're seeing that being the way she is, which I think is unfortunately an emotionally disturbed woman. Because like, aside from the stuff that she said, you can tell that she's very like erratically up and down, you know, like sometimes she'll sound really, really logical. And then all of a sudden she goes into this thing like where she has a different voice. She talks like this and all of a sudden it gets really loud. And it's like, whoa, like it's
multiple
weird.
personalities.
It's kind of, or like, what is that disease where you're like, oh my gosh, hot and cold. Like, I don't know what it's kind of like hot and cold. Anyways, what'd she say?
Bipolar.
She has like a bipolar thing about her. The way she changes her look all the time. Sometimes she's like on her YouTube channel, like very natural and sitting with her son on her lap and playing piano very beautifully because she plays classical piano. And you're just like, oh, this girl's a pretty normal girl at heart. And then all of a sudden she's shaking her ass and talking about how she, slept with 35 guys. It's very weird, but she's a lesson, hopefully, to some people. Maybe not to all, but I think she might be a lesson to some people. This is not what you want to be. And she's had an opportunity to talk to young men at Jackson State. And there's other young men that have watched that interview.
I don't get why she's talking to young men. She's a woman. For what? Why are you talking to young athletes that you already prey on?
Because she was talking exactly about that. She was talking exactly how girls like her slide into these young athletes' DMs and use them. She was literally telling them how it's done. It was fascinating. She said, and I quote, she told these guys, I have more checks, blue checks than Nike in my DMs. That's what she told them. Yeah. She gave some game there. Now, in the interview with Shannon Sharp, she said, what I didn't like about going to Jackson State is that's the only thing they showed for me talking to those guys.
That's the only thing they should show. You have nothing else to offer.
Well, I don't know what else.
Nice to women like
I don't know
this.
what else her and Dion talked about, what the conversation was going to be, but she said that there was more to it than just that. But anyways, I don't know. That was just my thought on it.
Mhm.
I totally agree. She's like a very sad example of a woman, but she's also an example of what it looks like in your 30s after you have slept around with 35 guys and laughed off yeast infections and have a baby with no father around. She's got all of the markings.
I don't know. This world is just backwards. We deplatform the people who have a positive message, but then we uplift people with a negative message and expect things to change.
Mm-hmm.
It's not how life works. You can't constantly put negativity in front of people and expect them to find the silver lining in the story when they're not watching people like us have these conversations. They're not watching Shannon Sharp have this conversation. And if they do watch us have this conversation, they feel judged immediately. Why do you care what I do with my body?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe because you're influencing the world around you. Maybe because you might potentially come in contact with my son and I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And you should care. You should carry yourself in a different way as a woman. Women should carry themselves differently just because we're women. You shouldn't walk around and be loose. I don't know. I don't think we should ever cater to these people or even be nice to them in society. They should feel like social outcasts. They really should. I think she should feel like shit until she gets her shit together, because clearly that's what she responds to. She responds to public humiliation. So let's publicly humiliate her.
She does. Yeah. And it almost like fuels her fire even more. That's why I said she's kind of sick in the head that way. Like, she doesn't care what you have to say about her. And in fact, like the more it's said, so I think like in her case, if she was even more publicly humiliated, like she was on that one podcast that you showed me, that video where she was like throwing the drinks in the guy's face and she was like obviously very inebriated on something.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't a good look for her. And I think she probably did this interview to erase those clips going around. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe I can see that.
I'm surprised Shannon didn't ask her. Yeah, I'm surprised, unless the timing was different, but I'm surprised Shannon didn't ask her about that, unless it happened. The Shannon Sharp interview happened.
Oh, like beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good point. Maybe not. She'll never listen. If I could have 3 seconds with Brittany Renner, I would just tell her straight up, "You're disgusting. You're a whore, but go ahead and explain yourself."
Yeah.
Like, you're the bottom of the barrel, bro. You should feel like crap about yourself.
Yeah.
I don't talk like that, but certain people need to feel like absolute shit about their actions.
Yeah.
You
No,
need to
I agree
feel
with
like
that.
shit.
I agree with public shaming. So Red Pill mentioned the Whatever podcast. So that was the podcast that Candace Owens went on where she was sitting at the table with like a bunch of hoes. Did you see that interview?
I don't watch anything with Candace in it, to be honest, anymore. I have never seen it.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't show up, just because that is a funny one, because Candace went on there. She was at a table with a bunch of whores and she was lecturing them on, conservative women versus those types of women. what's funny is our side was like, yeah, Candace Owens, she went on the whatever podcast. She told those girls, she laid into them, blah, blah, blah. Well, I was also looking at the other side of people that watch the whatever podcast for the horrors and they're pro horror, like the people that are on that other show that got canceled on YouTube. I can't remember with the guys. Those people were laughing at Candace. Okay. Yeah. So it's funny. Like Red Pill said, my 16-year-old says he listens to the whatever podcast and they shame hoes, but they obviously aren't all reaching the same audience. Like, they're getting a different message through to different people.
Well, you can't have Candace Owens on there when she's not nobody likes her.
She's like a fish out of water.
She's got a niche. She's got a niche. She's conservative. She calls out conservative shit. She's got a niche. I'm not taking that away from her. But to put her on that platform and expect for people to be receptive, it can't be Candace.
Yeah.
You can have somebody go on there and absolutely make points. What was a recent? Something just happened to where somebody was on maybe it was like a podcast or a panel, and they just made a great point, and people were like, "Damn, bro, that's true. I didn't even think about it that way." I can't remember what it was. We talked about it. I'll have to think about it. But I think if you get the right person to get on these platforms and have conversations, and you'll have people who are receptive. But we're talking about Candace Owens here. Of course, people are going to be like, "Bitch, shut up."
Yeah. It was.
Go talk about some black people. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear your take on this.
Yeah, it was like when I saw it pop up on my YouTube, I was like, what is this? Candace Owens on the whatever podcast with a bunch of hoes? What the hell? I have to watch it. It was like, yeah, it was something I couldn't turn away. But Vanessa made a good point. Cardi B drugged guys and robbed them, bragged about it, right? Instead of holding her accountable, we gave her a record deal and made, and she makes the most ratchet music ever.
Making her rich.
There you go.
Good job, society. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And another good point by Red Pill. Again, I can watch an interview with Brittany Renner like this. My daughter can watch an interview with Brittany Renner like this, and it's not going to shift her thinking because she's raised by me, not Brittany Renner. But there are girls out there that don't have positive influences in their lives or parents raising them the right way. So they go to girls like Brittany Renner, or they go to girls like Cardi B, or they go to girls like Sexy Red, right? So, you have to account for those girls as well. Those girls are going to hear a message from somebody.
I agree. It all comes down to parenting. 1000%. I agree with you guys. But like you said, there is a significant population of young people who just have zero guidance, dude. Like none.
Yep.
All right, let's laugh at something. You ready?
I'm ready.
Because I got to step away. This baby's crying.
Okay. This is the lady at Walmart.
Get up. Walmart ain't racist. You just got caught stealing. And even better, why you got your legs open like that, disrupting the peace with everybody around you? I know it's stinking there, and I feel bad for that damn officer that got to deal with your big butt rolling on the floor after you got caught stealing. Talk about Walmart as racist. Get out of here.
If y'all don't know what that was a black woman who was stealing at Walmart, and they tackled her, and somebody caught her on video screaming and yelling that Walmart is racist. So, that wasn't I hadn't seen that video. That was hilarious, of her rolling around on the ground looking like a damn. That was the first time I saw that video. But see, here we go. Like, this is the shit people do for attention. I guarantee you she knew she would go. She was trying to get caught so she could lay on the floor. She wore her best leggings, okay, for that incident.
Did you see my face when she opened her legs?
Yeah, you were like, shut up. Close your legs.
Wait, look.
You should have put like a little fish. Coming out.
Oh my God. Get your ass up.
Dang.
Come on, ain't racist. You got caught stealing. You heifer. That's appropriate term for her because you big as hell.
Yeah. All right, let's play another funny quick video that Red Pill posted, and this was showing a remix basically of Vivek Ramaswamy and Barack Obama. Red Pill commented and said he's a mix of Joe Biden and Barack. If Barack had a baby, that's what Vivek is. So we'll play this so you guys can see how he has plagiarized Barack Obama. Here we go.
Republican idea. These are not Democrat ideas or Republican ideas. This is an American idea. These are fundamentally American ideals. Imagine they were driving a car and they drove it into the ditch. If somebody has repeatedly crashed your car, you can't have the keys back. Do you want to turn over the keys to the same people who crashed it?
You said Russia in the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back.
I have a newsflash. The USSR does not exist anymore.
You know, the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
It fell back in 1990.
A skinny guy with a funny name.
Who the heck is this skinny guy with a funny last name?
But they sense deep in their bones.
I believe deep in my bones.
E pluribus unum. Out of many, one. We are one people.
I have a dream that we can be one people again.
That's crazy.
What?
Isn't that wild?
That's what Joe Biden did.
Yeah. I mean, you know that Vivek or Barack don't write their own speeches, right? So, like, I mean, blame the speechwriter in a sense because they're the ones that are probably taking from other speeches. And that's nothing new. I mean, I think presidents have done that before. But this was eerie.
To like use your adversaries' words and then try to flip them. This is why I don't trust him. This is why there's always going to just be that feeling with him because to me, he's not authentic.
Yeah.
He's not authentic in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I like what he has to say for sure.
Yeah.
But he's not authentic. He's a very fake surface level person. You can just tell just watching him. He doesn't come off as relatable.
Yeah.
There's nothing about him. There's nothing about him. Even after watching everything he said, even listening to Evan and going back and looking at his foreign policy, because I did. And I'm 1000% on board with what he's proposing because it's a good idea. I would never vote for him.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's something about him. I don't know what it is, but there's something about him.
For me, what it is like he's a little too I'm the guy. Okay. Like he comes out with this smile and he's like, you know, when other people are talking, he's like, oh yeah, that was really funny. Like, you know, he's like very game show host. And I think that's why some people like Trump is because he comes out, he's in a bad mood. We're all in a fucking bad mood. And he's like, rah, you know, and then he throws some like slide remark in there. Like he's just like the regular people talking shit back and forth. Okay.
For sure.
This guy, just like Barack, and I was full when Barack did it, but I was full no more after that. Okay. This guy, he's kind of the same way. He's like, I'm going to be this smooth talker. I'm going to have all the smiles and the good hair. And, you know, I'm going to be like really cool in this area and very smart about this. And he's a little too perfect for me. I need you to be a little flawed. Like I'm flawed, like you're flawed. Like just be real. Talk to us like real people. Like enough with the show with the antics.
You know what's crazy is I think the majority of the people on this side have that view of him. I don't think our thought patterns are the minority. I think the majority of us are just like, you're a little weird, bro. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
You're just a little weird. Because I've seen people who will get defensive about Vivek, right? But I've also seen people who are like, nah, I agree with you. He's weird. So I don't know. I don't even think it's 50-50 to be honest. I think we're the majority. And there's like, I think it's like 70-30 right now.
Really? So like you think like Tatum who posts like, oh, Vivek really told them, like he'll post a video saying that. You think he's the minority?
Absolutely.
Huh.
Yes, I do.
I don't know, because like when I go to like the comments sometimes of some of these videos, not just Tatum's videos, but like even like comments like on just clips of him talking, I see a lot of people like Vivek's awesome. My vote goes to him. And I'm just like, what are people thinking?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. But Tatum is one of those people. He's got a certain niche and he's got a certain crowd.
Yeah.
And that
And
crowd
they like that.
doesn't represent the majority.
Mm.
So no, I think mainstream conservative thought is becoming old. And people are done with it. The people who are comfortable, I don't think they're ever going to abandon that. It's a mainstream thought. But the more objective thought, people actually doing their own independent research, I think that's becoming far more popular than what Candace and Tatum do. I'm not saying that what they do is not valuable, because I came up watching them. But there's a shift that's happening. There is. I think more people are thinking rather than not. And I could be wrong. Maybe this is me being optimistic for once. Maybe.
For once.
I tend to be
Red pill.
pessimistic. Just like
I agree with this. We ain't ready for this nationality. Listen, Kamala, it was all I could take. Can't do it. And I'm not down with the name. I can't say President Ramaswamy and I'm in the United States. I just can't do it. I can't.
You know what? See, I felt racist saying that. I really did. When I had that thought of why would we ever have an Indian president? I felt a little racist. Like, okay, well, what if somebody said, why would we ever have a black president? Because blacks we're native to America. This is our homeland. This is where we're from. I don't care about the whole African appeal. That's crap. We're from America. He's an immigrant. He's first generation American, if I'm not mistaken. Why? And I felt super racist for saying that, because it's just like what the lady was saying to him on the Breakfast Club. Do you remember that interview he did?
Yeah.
But it's true. Dang.
Okay, but is this racist? Okay, I'm Hispanic, and there's a lot of Hispanics that are first generation, right? They were born here in this country. But as a Hispanic woman, just like I'd have a problem with saying President Ramaswamy, I have a problem if it was like President Guerrero or President Lopez or like Perez. Like, I would have a problem with it. I don't know what it is, okay? But there's just certain things for me that need to be very all-American.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not by myself then. Okay.
It's got to scream all-American. Because could you imagine if like our president went to China? This would never happen in China. And it was like, oh, we're going to introduce you to like Xi Jinping Jones, or like, like, what the fuck? You can't have the last name Jones in China. Like, why would we have a Ramaswamy or a Lopez? No. Trump, very American to me. Okay. You know, even Biden is a white name. Okay. Not that I like President Biden, but it's white enough. It's American enough. I don't need to say it's got to be white. It's just got to sound not foreign.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I really do. You need an American name like Jones, Johnson.
For sure.
Like something. We don't need no Steins, no Bergs, because that's a whole another demographic that.
Exactly. I feel the same way. We can't have the Goldsteins in there. We can't have President Goldstein.
Hell no. Oh. Stay away. I want to read this comment.
Okay.
And not because I'm trying to be rude, but the only important part that I see here is I hope Sexy Red brings my daughter to the right. That's a very sad statement to make.
You think?
I don't know if you guys know her music. It is, because you know what I did? I listened to her music before I got on with you, because I was watching TV and I had seen that clip and I was like, let me listen to her music. For that girl to influence your daughter, she's already too far gone. If she's listening to that music, she's too far gone. That music is horrendous. She's worse than Cardi B. And that's saying something.
Damn. Worse, huh?
She's worse than Cardi B. Go listen to her music, Mo. Straight up. Not even, no, all seriousness, all jokes aside. This comment really made me sad, because to me, that's lazy parenting. I don't know if your daughter's grown, she's young. Even if she is grown, that's lazy parenting. I would never leave Sexy Red to convince my daughter of a fucking thing, especially after you listen to her music. Whew. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just giving an honest opinion as to like that really stuck out to me. She's worse than Cardi B. She's worse than Megan Thee Stallion. She's worse than Nicki Minaj. She's worse than 99% of the female rappers out right now. Her and Sukihana are like this. They're both fucking diabolical and nasty.
Oh,
just disgusting. Matter of
That's
fact,
crazy.
we have another topic. While you're pulling up another topic, I'm gonna show the lyrics because like people need
Yeah, I
to
was
see
gonna
this.
say, let's pull them up
People
because
need to see this.
we can't play the music obviously because
Yeah.
copyright, but
All right.
her daughter's 32
Yeah.
and she listens to that. Well, I'm
That's
not gonna
it.
judge.
She already gone.
I'm not gonna
She
judge because
gone.
I listen to Cardi B sometimes. Listen, I'm not lying to y'all. I listen to some ratchet stuff sometimes, but only because not because I'm letting it influence my brain, but just because sometimes I'm like,
Okay. You be twerking in the mirror, don't you?
Sometimes.
Okay. Can y'all see this? Is it clear? Is it too small?
No, it's good.
Okay. This is a song with Sukihana. Okay. I pulled it
Hood
up
Rats.
on
Nice.
purpose. All right. It's called Hood Rats. Exactly. Throw that ass. You know you a hoe. Up and down. That booty gonna go. Bow, bow. Okay. Twerking on your baby daddy. He finna lick my booty hole. I'm looking sexy. I'm looking fine. No broke boys can waste my time. My thong showing. My booty poking. My P word is wet. I need a panty line.
Okay, stop
Okay?
right there because this sounds too cool with you reading it. Let me read it. It'll
It sounds
sound
too
more
cool.
Yeah,
What do you-
you're reading it. Okay, it's gonna be funnier with me reading it. And I'm not trying to like read it not funny, but this is me. This is Mo reading it because like when Soonie
Okay.
tries to make me pronounce like ghetto things,
You said it sounds too good. What?
it sounds too good because you said booty hole. Okay. I'm just gonna read it as I see it. Okay, so this is verse
Okay.
1. G ghetto bitch. Is that right?
Ghetto.
G
That's ghetto.
Oh, good ghetto. Good ghetto.
Yes.
So you know it's wet. Sexy. I never heard that my coochie whack. It's the best. I ride dick and I throw it back on the west. You wouldn't even know what to do with that. I'm finna shake this ass. Cause my bills are due, babe. You know I got that good cat. This coochie ain't loose. No, he ate my ass in my track hawk. Cause Suki got that juice. Ooh. I'm fucking Kayla, man, and I'm fucking Kiki too. Pussy ass hoe. Hood bitch. I fuck like a pro. Nutted all in an op and throat. Cause I ain't gonna say that word.
Niggas.
When I fucking end, I fuck him on the low. Be quiet. Lost my virginity and turned into a hoe. My coochie juice in his dreads. Ew. That's why he smelled like cat. Cat. You can block my number, but he's still gonna eat my ass. That's gross. Eat my ass. I'm assuming that's where she like repeats, eat my ass. He just paid for my titties. That's why you bitches mad. I suck dick like a champion when he put the perk in my ass. Ew. They put it in their asses now?
So
Why?
when I say this is not a person that we should be uplifting, is because it's nothing to type in sexy red and it's nothing to type in a bop that you can bop your head to. You just admitted it. You hear Cardi's music and you're like, bro, I like the way the beat sounds. You might not even be listening to her lyrics.
I'm not.
But when people go and listen to these words, bro, this is disgusting.
Okay, wait. So she was teasing. I feel horrible for even teasing. So your daughter doesn't listen to that? I'm confused. Nay, give me a shout out for that read that I just did.
Shout out to you. She said her P word is good. That's why she stayed pregnant. I swallowed nut. I really feel like an elephant. Tell Joe Biden I want to suck on the president. Real niggas love ratchet bitches. Y'all ain't killing my man, so I went and bought him switches. Bro, No.
Mm.
No. No. Please. I'm begging every conservative right now. Please stop sharing that video. Please. I haven't even posted it. I
Okay,
haven't even posted it.
maybe we don't want her.
You don't.
She said her pussy juice in his dreads. Okay, never mind.
No. That's why when you were like, no, if she's gonna bring, who's she gonna bring over here?
Look, now Checkers is appalled.
Stop. That's disgusting.
She's like, no, stop reading. Oh gosh.
Hey, this. I did a live on. I'm gonna show this video too because this is a great segue. I did a live a couple days ago when I saw Busta Rhymes and a bunch of hip hop legends on the screen pushing a Democrat message, and I posed a question that I thought people should answer.
I think I saw this.
Pay attention to who they put in front of you as idols.
Mm.
Pay attention. That thought just came to my brain randomly. And this will be 2 different lives that I've said this on now. They had these hip hop legends do a PSA for medical debt. 2000. September of this year, the White House came out and did a press conference on medical debt. They made sure to hyper focus on the fact that there are disproportionately affected peoples, brown and black peoples, who cannot pay their bills, their medical bills. But when you listen to the reasons that these people are giving, it's even more disturbing. This is why I'm telling you, Sexy Red cannot be the vehicle, because she's not bringing people. She's not bringing people to Christ. She's not bringing people to a level of logical thought. She's not bringing people to morality. She's not even pushing we should have a standard. It's do what you want, act how you want. An Aleister Crowley theory, which is do without will. It's evil. It's evil. And they purposely lift these people up. I don't care if she's talking about let's vote for Trump. It's the message behind what she stands for. That's what's most important. It doesn't matter that she likes Trump. Listen to this, bro. Have you seen this, Mo?
I've seen your video, yeah.
Okay.
For 50 years now, hip-hop has been a reflection of culture and society.
That includes stories of struggle
And pain. Social injustice.
racial inequality.
The marginalization of communities.
Today,
We confront a healthcare system that has been rigged against all of us.
hospitals force patients to sign contracts for services without ever showing us actual prices.
Stifling competition.
Overcharging without accountability.
Well, number one, white people get the same bills we get. 2, none of us see how much these things cost until after we get the bill. 3, black people are being used as pawns once again for the Democrat Party. Allow me to explain. Ding, 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 ding. The White House needs a messenger. It's coming up on election season, so why not use hip hop culture once again to bring forth a bunch of misinformation and brainwashing among black people because they will not ever win an election without us. Wake up. Listen, y'all don't have to believe me. The proof is right here. Go look at Kamala Harris's latest speech on September 21st when she talked about Americans and their medical debt. This is why it's so dangerous. This seems small. It seems like it's nothing. But how many people are going to go watch that and be like, oh, we're really facing medical debt that white people ain't facing? None of us know what the fuck they're charging us when we go to the hospital. Have you got a menu to pick which treatments you wanted?
No.
I mean, white people, let me know. You don't know how much it costs. None of us know.
Nobody knows until you get the bill.
That's the beauty of this. It's a con. It's a way to make you come more out of pocket for these crazy treatments, bro. This is why you need proper insurance so that you don't have medical debt.
Yeah.
But this ties right into it.
I heard one time somebody was posting, it was like some random nobody page, and she was like, can y'all believe that they made me pay before the doctor would even see me in the emergency room?
It's called a copay. Yes.
Well, no, like not at the doctor, but at the emergency room. She's like, I was there for an emergency. They should treat me first. And then I go to the billing office to discuss payment. I chimed in. I think it was a live because it was like a year ago. I chimed in and I was like, first of all, I have been to the emergency room and somebody wheels a little cart in there, gets your insurance card, gets your driver's license, and gets all your information in case you go in there and get medical treatment and then skip out. Okay. That has nothing to do with your skin color. That's what they're doing to everybody.
The White House needs a messenger. Republicans need a messenger. Pay attention to how they relate to you, Black people, instead of you getting all happy. Oh my God, look, one of us is saying that Trump is great. Look at the people that they are choosing.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last person they chose? Trump in the fucking mugshot. Oh, he's got the hood now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the hood is going to come out for Trump. Candace sitting up on her show lying. Look at all these people now that Trump's going to jail. How you know that video didn't come out well after or before? Did you reach out to the people who edited that video to see when they put it out?
Mm.
So now we're gonna prop up Sexy Red because she likes Trump. So we're cool with these people representing us now. Okay. After you do nothing but criticize these people.
The problem is the people that are representing us, I am not even cool with anymore. They're making us not look so cool. Well, not that we weren't really ever cool, but they're not helping.
They're not. They're not. Yeah. I'll take that because Sister Soldier was a fighter, bro. At least she was out there doing some shit. I may not agree with all her rhetoric, but I will take that as a compliment. I am a retired Sister Soldier, reincarnated.
Oh man, that's funny.
Sure will.
That's a good topic though. No, you kind of swayed me a little bit.
Did I sway you a little bit? It was the lyrics, wasn't it?
A little bit. Yeah, like the lyrics. I mean, I'm not gonna like across the board say that not everybody, because I don't know.
See, I believe that everyone shouldn't have a voice. I believe that censorship should be used for those people.
Mm.
I'm coming out and saying I'm pro censorship. I think certain people should be censored. I think certain people should not have their voice valued. I think certain people should be blotted out. I do. Sorry. That's probably sounds very horrible to people, but it's true. Censor.
Trump made a
nowhere
law
on the internet.
I didn't know about this. Trump made a law that made medical services have to show prices, maybe on the bill when you get it, but not before you get the services. Not before you get the services. I ain't never heard of that.
Do you think people would call 911 if they knew it was $400 to get in an ambulance just to go there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think people would call 911? No, they would be in their cars driving to the place.
Yeah.
Do you think people would willingly get x-rays if they knew it cost $3,000 a pop?
Yeah.
A lot of people would just die.
Yeah.
I can't afford this x-ray. Whatever's wrong with me is going to be wrong with me because I quit.
Listen, one time when I was pregnant with Gabby, I was having like a really bad, it was the first time I'd ever had a panic attack. So I didn't know that it was a panic attack. I thought I was having a heart attack. And I called the ambulance because I was like, I couldn't breathe. And thank God the ambulance was like, listen, this was in California. They were like, it's $700 if we take you to the hospital. But if you feel good enough to drive yourself to the hospital, there's no charge, right? For us to come out here and check you out, there's no charge. But if you get in that ambulance, it's a $700 charge. And I was like, Peters, get the keys. You drive me to the hospital. I ain't that bad. Okay. It ain't that bad. Okay. I was like, let me get in this paper bag real quick and I'll be fine.
They call the ambulance. I can't breathe.
Yeah.
You snapped out of that shit real quick. Oh, $700. Okay. You gonna drive me? I can breathe.
Yes, checkers. You can still, I don't know if this is the Trump law or what. You can still ask for a breakdown of prices. Okay. You can ask for that. If you ask for it, they have to give it to you. But most people don't ask for that. Most people don't even if they have insurance, they're not even aware what their insurance does or does not pay. They're very ignorant to that. Right. So, before you take your ass to the hospital, just take a look real quick to see what that copay is at the hospital. Or
it's not a law.
Yeah. Or if you have to even meet a deductible, before you don't have to pay anything, because that's another thing. If you have a high deductible, that means you got to pay all that deductible before the insurance even kicks in.
Yep. And
Yeah.
it wasn't a law; it was a executive order.
Yeah. Anyways, Judy said it's $15 just to ride in an ambulance. Where you? What? You must live out in the sticks. Oh, 15,000, 1,500, 15,000. Which is it, Judy? I'm confused. Because 15,000 would be 3 zeros. Is it 1,500 that you meant to write, or did you meant to write $15? Lord. All right. Let's get to the topic that should have been the very first topic. Okay. This should have been
Lord,
the
here we go.
very first topic. Okay.
Dun,
For
dun,
all you.
dun.
Can you believe I said this to Soonie and she didn't even flinch. She wasn't even like,
What did I
"Oh,
do?
damn." You
What
were
did I
just
do?
like, I don't even think you said much. You were just like, oh, Lord. That's exactly what you said. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Okay. So for those of you guys, and I'm not going to go through this in detail. If you guys want to look at it, go to my YouTube channel. I do a whole video on Tafari Campbell. Okay. Go there, get yourself caught up. For those of y'all that know about Tafari Campbell, he was the guy, the chef, Obama's chef, who worked at Martha's Vineyard, who went out on a paddleboard and drowned in 8 feet of water. Bro was 6 feet tall, 6'3". Okay. He drowned in 8 foot of water on a paddleboard in a pond with no waves, mysteriously. Okay. Well, I had predicted, and you could go back and check the record. Okay. That Tafari was probably doing some funny business or had some funny moves made on him by Barack Obama, especially after we found out, we've been knowing that Barack Obama, was a little fruity tooty, and you know how he kind of likes the more manlier, because Michelle and all. Which, by the way, the first time I ever heard that Michelle was a tranny, let me just take it back really quick, okay? Because I need to set this up so that you guys know to trust what I have to say to you right now. The very first person that I knew that called Michelle Obama a tranny was Joan Rivers. Okay.
Yep.
Joan Rivers was a comedian. She was being interviewed on the side of the road and she said, "We all know Michelle is a tranny." She couldn't stand them. Okay. Well, mysteriously, she died in routine surgery. Okay. Nobody batted an eye at that. She was having throat surgery. Nobody batted an eye at that. But now that I'm thinking about it, she died not too long after making that statement. Okay.
Yep.
So that's weird. But anyways, a whistleblower has now come forward. We don't know who this whistleblower is. And I want to preface this by saying this is all alleged because there's been no proof shown of this, but it's just interesting that Barack Obama's late chef, Tafari Campbell, was reportedly coming forward in a tell-all book. Okay. That he was going to be, it was like a cookbook, but he was going to write it in a way where he was going to talk about being the chef for a sitting president. Okay. So he was working on a tell-all book, and apparently he was going to expose some of the misdeeds going on there by the Obamas. Okay. It is also reported by this whistleblower that he had a years-long sexual relationship with the former president that comes at a time shortly after Larry Sinclair went on to Tucker Carlson's show and said, "Me too." He wanted to do me in the butt. And then, by the way, let me just remind you of the other guy that mysteriously died of a gunshot that nobody heard in his apartment after he came out and said he also had sex with Obama. So all these people just dying. Okay. I'm just going to say that. Okay. So this basically fits. Donald Young was that guy's name, the guy that died of the gunshot wound. Okay. He was a member of Obama's church, and he supposedly had an intimate relationship with him as well during his 2008 campaign. Okay. So this is now coming out. Now, this is what makes me want to believe that this is true. Is number one, you can't find a single article talking about this aside from this post that I saw on Twitter. And number two, when you Google it, all you find is fact check telling you it's wrong. So that's my rule number one. As soon as fact checkers jump all over and tell you it's wrong, you know something's got to be right. So sound off in the comments if y'all just want to admit right now that Mo was right. Tafari died because he knew too much.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Come on, Soonie. Give me just something, like a little something.
Right. Not this one. Any other one? Yes. I got you. We here. But this, no, bro. I can't get on board. I've been trying it. I can't.
But do you remember when this first came out and I had called like what I thought it was, and then like you messaged me and you were like, Mo, you were right. Something ain't right. Like there was somebody there. Remember? You kind of admit that I've been on the right track.
Right, but that's different than this. I don't generally pay attention to whistleblowers because I think whistleblowers are just honestly ways to distract people. And I just view this as a distraction. I don't know why. It's just not important. It's not important. What does it change? America's already gay friendly. So if they come out and they finally reveal their identity that Michelle's a man and his name is really Michael and Obama's a fudge packer, what changes?
Nothing really changes. It's just a fun little like mental break. You know what I mean?
So Joan Rivers, that's fun.
Yeah.
I don't care about Tafari Campbell. I don't give a shit. He wasn't relevant. So it's just like, okay. It's kind of like, you know how the conspiracy around Hillary Clinton and everybody just like suiciding themselves.
Yeah.
That's what it is for me. Like I hear about it and I'm just not interested. It doesn't matter what you bring to me. It doesn't matter how you package it. I have never been able to get into it. I think it's called Clinton Cash. I watched that movie. You never saw that movie? Bro. Watch Clinton Cash. It's about the Global Clinton Initiative. And it does have elements of all the people that suicided themselves. But it mainly talks about how, and this is no lie, Hillary Clinton goes around to different countries and sells democracy, which is communism. It just is what it is. It's like a very totalitarian democracy that they're pushing in other countries. That's what the Global Initiative does, the Clinton Global Initiative. Watch that. It's on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
You'll be able to find it. It's called Clinton Cash.
Okay, I'll look at it there.
And then I just can't. I can't, bro. Like when they got to the suiciding part, I'm like, oh, man, I want to hear about her going to other countries and like these people end up dead because you really doing some shady business out there, like staging coups. That is interesting to me. But as soon as they talk about people this person mysteriously died, to me, that sounds like people blaming COVID for everything. So if anyone's close to Hillary and they die, well, she must have suicided them. That's what it's like for me. Like, how come they couldn't just die?
Because I think 1, 2, even 3, like you could say, oh, maybe they just died, but it's just too many. Like, it's just too many. Like there was another, I can't remember who it was, but there was like another person tied to the Clintons and there was like a plane crash and they were the only person to die in the plane crash. Nobody else died in the plane crash but them, which tells me like the plane crash and somebody ran in there and like, like ended them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, it's just too much of a coincidence for me. And yes, Christine, House of Cards. If you watch House of Cards, like even my dad who works in the CIA will tell you, he's told me the House of Cards, what goes on there is very eerily similar to what really is. And the House of Cards is scary. Okay. When you look at what goes on that show, I'm like, shit,
I don't disagree with you there. See, look, there's portions of where I understand, right? And then there's a part of my brain, I think this is just my brain. There's a part of my brain that just turns the fuck off when things just aren't
because you're
realistic enough for me. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not.
She said, "Yeah, I'm not."
I am the captain of the illogical train. Okay. Oh my gosh. Anyways, acting speaker Patrick McHenry asked Pelosi to vacate her office and it will be rekeyed. I don't know. I haven't seen that. There she is.
Here's the baby. She wants to do a show with us.
Okay. Her little cheeky cheeks.
You
Well,
gonna
she
tell him?
came. You want to talk about Carly Russell?
Talk about Carly Russell. Tell him. So that was ratchet.
That was ratchet. Let's talk about Kylie. I think I might have a little bit of a preview here of this movie that we'll show real quick.
You're gonna show a preview?
Yeah, I highly doubt we're gonna get dinged for this
Okay.
because it's not that big of a deal, like 49 minutes. Okay, so I haven't watched this, so I don't know if that's actually a preview, but you guys can get the gist of the quality of this movie from this.
A bathrobe, a roll of toilet paper, and other items belonging to the business.
Detectives say the 25-year-old also stopped at a Target where she bought snacks that weren't found in her car when officers arrived, and say her internet search history over the last month are, quote, relevant to this case.
On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term you have to pay for an Amber Alert was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. We're still working this case, and we'll work in this case until we uncover every piece of evidence that helps us account for the 49 hours that was missing.
Where's your emergency? I think I see a kid walking on the highway by himself.
That was listen. The preview was 10 times better than the movie.
Than the movie, for sure. See, if
Dude.
I would have watched that preview,
You would have
just
been
all I
intrigued.
seen, I would have been like, "Ooh, that seems like a good movie." But y'all ain't gonna watch it. I know you're not. Don't waste your $1.99 on that. Okay.
Waste it.
Waste it. Don't do
Waste
it.
it. I need somebody else to talk about this with because Soonie, all she did was laugh. Dude, she was the first one in, okay? Because I like had to have my coffee and all this stuff. And Soonie started right away. And I immediately get a text from her and she's like, bro, this is a freaking porno. And she sends me like a video. And no joke, you guys, this is not a spoiler alert, but you just need to know this because it goes right into this. So if you have children around, don't have them around. They don't show nudity, but it goes immediately into two people having sex, and it's
Engaging.
like engaging in sex.
At least 3 minutes of the first to be. It's the introduction of the movie. You know how regular people put credits and like scenic routes of where the movie's taking place. Nah, they went to full blown fucking. I was just like, what does this have to do with her finding a kid on the side of the road?
Okay, but you know what? So I do need to say this. So the movie is called The Nerd. It's too hell of a long. I don't know what they were thinking when they came up with this title. It's like the nerds who saw a baby on the side of the highway. Like you really had to put that many words in the title. I know that it is eerily similar to Carly Russell, but they actually don't promote this movie to be about Carly Russell. They're just like, oh, this is a coincidence that we told this story exactly as it's told with the Carly Russell case.
Yeah, her name is Marley Wilson.
Marley Wilson. Yeah. So they portray her to be Soonie, you said the side chick, but when I watched it, I was like, she thought she was the main chick, but then it turns out that she was the side chick. Yeah, she thought she was the main chick.
He was like, I told you we're not together.
Yeah.
And she's like begging him, oh, why can't you? The scenes were just long and drawn out. I'm like, how many times can you beg him? He moves to the next scene. Can we get to the part where you fake your disappearance? I don't want to see this.
Yeah. And then they overdid the Cheez-It stuff too much. Like this girl was eating Cheez-Its in every scene of the movie. Every scene she had a box. Like I was starting to think, I was like, Cheez-Its must have sponsored this movie because they had the box front and center all the time. And then like when she when she gets into like the thought process of faking her kidnapping, they're depicting it as her basically doing it to get back at this guy who she finds out has like a whole family.
Yes.
And and so she's like, I'll show him, he's gonna regret the day he put me to the side. And like the whole acting out of that scene was terrible. But there is a part that I was like, y'all did not I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil it for people because people probably aren't gonna watch this movie. But y'all, when they got to the part of her actual kidnapping where she's on the phone with 911, do you have the video you sent me? Oh my god, there it is. Okay, here it is. This is the killer. Now, do you remember she depicted him as a white male with red hair? I don't think she said he was wearing a MAGA hat, but in this movie, they put a MAGA hat on him and they make him look crazy. Okay, like he's like, all of a sudden it turns into a horror movie where this guy appears out of the bushes wearing a MAGA hat and some like military suspenders and a really bad red wig. And he's accompanied by this black woman, who I thought looked like Travion Cootie, funny enough. And she's the one that's like playing with her hair. And that whole scene is really freaking weird of her playing with her hair. She's like, like, she's just like, it's psychotic. This is where I was like, y'all took it too far. Okay. I know a lot of shit is our fault and we do it to ourselves, but you did not put this dude in a Make America Great Again hat.
You want me to play it?
Yeah.
Hold on. What in the fuck? Make America Great Again? Really? What?
Bro, that whole scene, he's like, oh, you saw a baby? You want the baby? Where's the baby? I'm show you the baby. I'm like, what? What the fuck is this?
Wait,
why?
I got the scene with the girl playing with her hair. Hold on. I'm going to send it through to WhatsApp.
Goodness.
I'm going to send it through to WhatsApp.
That movie.
That took me out. That really did take me out. Okay.
What took me out was her. They depict her as full blown crazy in the movie from Jump. Carly Russell didn't have no chance. They depicted her ass as crazy from Jump.
Yeah, they really did.
Arguing with the scripper.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rich, you're poor. I'm like,
they didn't do Carly any favors, and I thought that was funny, right? Because like after it came out that Carly Russell was lying about all this, like, remember people were getting upset because they were like, see, this is why they're never going to take black women disappearing seriously. And then a black person goes and makes a movie and makes an even bigger joke. I was like,
they really not going to take you serious now.
Now they really not going to take you serious. Okay. All right.
Not both of us recording our TVs though, bro.
I had to, dude. I had to. It was too good to not share this. All right, y'all, I wasn't gonna spoil this for you, but this new Carly Russell movie, they got the kidnapper looking crazy wearing a Make America Great Again hat. That's the girl. Okay, this is a movie depicting the Carly Russell hoax, y'all, on Prime, Amazon Prime. You gotta pay $1.99 to rent it. It's the most ghettoest thing I've ever seen in my life. Ratchet thing I've ever seen in my life. But oh my god, they did not have the kidnapper out here wearing a Make America. I have another clip. I had the wrong clip. Wow.
Why?
Anyways, tune in for the show on Tuesday, somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Hold on. We're going to show when it comes through eventually. Let me just take my thing down so y'all ain't reading shit.
Trying to read DMs and shit.
I ain't got nothing on there. It's just you, P, Gabby, Liddell. Ain't nothing good in there. All right. The other one's coming through. This is the one that shows the lady with the hair. This shit is foolishness. I wish we could get these people on here. I wish we could get these people on here to interview them. Okay. Alert, if you ever wondered what the whole lady playing in her hair feeding her Cheez-Its looked like, I'm gonna give you all a visual. And then that's it. No more spoilers. You guys are gonna have to buy this and watch it on your own. But here you go. They're the Cheez-Its.
Why is she acting like, bro? She's acting like she's throwing holy water on it. She said
She threw a Cheeto dust in her face. Okay, like she threw a no more Cheetos, and she's like throwing it in her face, and she's like, oh, like. Judy, it's on Amazon Prime. You have to pay $1.99. Listen, if this movie gets views, it's because we promoted it. I just want you to know. So let them know. The Soonie and Mo show.
It's already got 3 stars on Amazon. I don't know if you saw that.
What is does Rotten Tomatoes have a rating?
I don't know. I didn't look it up. Let me see.
Lord.
Is the baby the woman who saw the baby on the highway?
I gotta go through and read the Reddit thread. The Reddit thread.
Dead.
Oh, her little feet in there. That's so cute. What? It don't have no 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. It sure does. It has an audience score of 100. Oh no, this is the nurse. Never mind. Whoo! I thought something. I was like, man,
the nurse who saw the baby on the highway. Okay.
Yeah.
So IMDb. It says 3.8 stars, which is the same amount on pretty much the same amount on not Hulu, but Amazon. And it says, I live in Birmingham, where this true false story happened. This version takes place in Maryland, where it was shot. With the title so good, I had to check it out. Psychological thriller, case character study following main characters' descent into madness, hitting all the memorable moments from the news. I was expecting an amateur home-style movie. It was.
Which this was.
Visual editing as a quick cash grab, but it's clear these are not first-time filmmakers. It looks like it was shot with a handful of friends on a weekend. Yes. Somebody gave it a 1 star. Horrendous acting, portrayal is dismissal and dissimilar to actual facts. Quite honestly, this is just another way to give that lady more attention that she doesn't deserve in the slightest. This film is just giving more attention to an event that doesn't need any more attention. So you got mixed reviews. You got people who are like, oh, this is a good movie, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then you have people who are like, why y'all giving her attention? If anything, people should watch this movie because it makes fun of her at the highest level. Like, she is getting clowned in this movie.
And people who supported her should watch this movie so you could laugh at yourself for supporting this bullshit. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I recommend it.
Watch it.
Oh, I love baby feet. Look at the little toes. All right. We got through all of our topics. That was amazing.
We did it.
We did it.
We did it. We did it, Joe. We did it.
You wanted to talk about Eddie. Did you want to talk on that, or
we can come back on Friday and do that?
Okay.
We've already been on here for 2 hours, and she's not gonna be quiet anymore. She's done chilling. She's ready to play.
I see that. Cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging with us tonight. We had a good crowd all night, which was appreciated.
Yeah.
My dogs are barking. They're like, we want to go out. We need to pee. What's that?
So this was fun.
Yeah, I gotta blow out my candle. Oh yeah. It was a fun show. We had jam-packed. We're gonna give an update on Eddie. What is it? Lazaro.
Eddie Irizarry. We're gonna give an update.
Yeah, we're gonna give an update on that next show. But Soonie's also trying to put together a panel.
Stop it, little girl. And then we're also trying to give an update on Ralph Yarl, Andrew Lester, and Susan Lawrence, because I know she was facing sentencing, and I want to keep following specific stories. But I can show the video. This Eddie Irizarry case is really disturbing me because all charges were dropped against this officer. I don't quite understand why all charges were dropped. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, now we can, because you were playing the video, so we couldn't hear you.
Okay. Sorry. If you haven't seen this video, this is a bird's eye view of the entire incident. Everyone else is looking at the body cam video, which I have as well, but I thought this was far more detailed, and it gives you an actual glimpse of what's going on.
Shoot you! 413 shots fired, 100 West Willard. Get your hand up right now! See officer, please hurry, 1 West Willard. This is the officer, please hurry, 1 West Willard. Mark, hold up, Mark, stop. Move the car, Mark, move the car. All right.
So last time we showed this video, we counted 7 seconds from the officers pulling up and shooting. All charges were dismissed, but they have been refiled. I want to talk about this because this case is not getting a lot of attention. I still have yet to see a lot of people even share the footage or even do
Talk
shows
about
on it. So, you know, we kind of talk about incidents that don't really get the light of day. And I thought that this case was more than it, like it fit the criteria for what we talk about. How do you dismiss all charges and say there's a lack of evidence when police officers were very dishonest to begin with in their initial reporting? The narrative switched so many times.
Remind me, is there a video of like from the police car from the point when the chase started?
No.
Is there anything? Nothing yet.
Because
okay, so that's all we have.
He wasn't pulled over. They were just following him because he was driving erratic and they wanted to see what was going on. And he ended up turning down a one-way, which is when they started chasing him, but he ducks off. But they never turn their lights on and they never initiate pulling him over.
But there's no other video than that video that we
no
just
other
saw.
video, just that. I was looking for the dash cam. I would think that would be available, right? But
it'll probably come out way after the fact, like it normally does.
Maybe. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. All right.
Stay on the
Well,
lookout
cool.
for that.
Yep, we'll do that. And don't forget to send me the info you have. I keep reminding you.
Okay,
So I
sorry.
can
It's right here in
research-
front of me. I'll do it.
I can research it. All right, guys. Have a good Tuesday night. Don't shut off your phones for the emergency FEMA alert. Everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be back here on Friday. And if not,
Don't fall
you're
for Julius's fear porn propaganda. It's like, let me stop.
don't let Julius fear porn you to death.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say the song's so offensive.